Good afternoon. Um, I have for my project, I have selected the option two, the course project option two, which is kind of like applied learning theories and instructional integration of technology in in my instruction PD or whatever. So I decided since I am working as a teacher development specialist in in a district, and my job is to work with secondary science teachers to coach, observe, going into their classroom, provide a feedback, rubric-based feedback, provide job embedded training. Also, um, at the beginning of the school year, my responsibility is to design professional development trainings for them. So when I analyze and read these theories, so I was thinking how I can include these theories into my professional development trainings. So I decided to choose some of the theories which can be very effective in my planning professional development training, and that will be the theories that I considered are the Ausubel's meaningful reception learning theory, schema theory, constructivism theory, cognitive development, and Skinner's behaviorism theory, and Bandura's motivation and self-efficacy theory. So the plan is that my professional development training will be based on 2 days timeline. The first day will be kind of like an introduction about the training, what the training is about, and the title of for my training is Literacy and Technology Integration in Science. The model of the training will be the mode of the training will be kind of like a both virtual and face to face. If my district, by the time if the district decided to do face to face, then I will do this training as face to face. Otherwise, I will do this training as a virtual through Microsoft Teams. The broad goal of the training is to equip science teachers to implement literacy best practices in their science classrooms. So, and the next few slides that you're seeing right over here, uh, those are kind of like my beliefs regarding different theories, like my beliefs regarding Ausubel's meaningful learning theory. I consider that Ausubel's meaning learningful theory is basically in the modern days, it's providing a framework like a student-centered and a teacher-facilitator model, where the students are the center for teaching and the teachers are the facilitator. And the key thing that is very effective in my planning that I consider, there are the three factors modification that Ausubel suggested, which is accretion, tuning, and restructuring. So accretion is basically is accumulating the text information. So I have included a one activity that is using a reading article, so that I will be using in my training. And a tuning is a kind of like providing consistent exercise and feedback. So that means there should be some opportunity for teachers to do practice, and that I will also provide in my training. And then restructuring the process where the learners use existing knowledge into interpret the new knowledge. So, and then at the end of the second day, the teachers will be provided an opportunity to create and develop their own lesson plan based on this technology and literacy integration training that they will attend. So that's how my and then in order to consider this development, I also believe that we have to understand the behaviorism as not only the student but also the adult behaviorism, and we should know how the adults are learning. So that's why Skinner's theory is also a kind of like a part of my consideration in my professional development planning. And then Banduras is self-efficacy, and this is also a part of my professional development training because the role of the instructor is to consider or to enhance the motivation with the strategies that the teachers want to do. We are not just for trying to force or just doing the strategy. We want to show the student teachers the strategies that are effective and that can work into their classrooms, or they feel interested, they are motivated. So say for example, if I'm introducing a CER in the training, so what is their perspective regarding the CER, how they see the CER? So that goes with the self-efficacy. And and here are some applications. This slide that you, oh, um, I moved so fast. So in my planning version one, um, for this, my school at the beginning of the school year, they sorry, I mean at the end of the school year, normally my district sent a survey to the teachers to uh, survey to the teachers that they can give a feedback what kind of training they need. So since the district is doing the initiative for literacy, so and their feedback, so that's why I decided the literacy and technology integration in science will be a best fit. Um, so here's my plan. And then here is my instructional objective and intended outcomes. So my first objective is using the literacy integration like a rubric, CER, text-based reading, is that participants will experience reading and writing opportunities. They will explore leveled text reading, and they will also use a digital interactive notebook as a throughout the training as a template. And here are some theories that are basically helping science literacy and technology that I have included. Um, and then these are the technology integration. We know that the technology is the main requirement, or is a is a necessity or essential for the modern era, and we cannot live without technology. Even a child these days, they do not live without a cell phone. So whatever the possible technology that we can provide to our students to use it effectively for the instruction. So for this training, I'm using a OneNote as a digital interactive science notebook, and then I'm using a Padlet as a periodic feedback that I'm going to receive from the teachers. Why I'm using the Padlet? The reason is that a Padlet is a kind of like a is giving a place where the teachers can provide a feedback, and I can look at the feedback as a whole, and then we can see is there any misconception, in the same way the teachers can use in the training. Um, and I have also included my justification for using those technology. Say, for example, when OneNote I'm using, I have written, and the same way why the Padlet, same way why digital media, and then here my day one starts about the interactive science notebook. When we are doing the two-column interactive science notebook, so right side and the left side, what should go on the right side, what should go on the left side. Left side is a kind of like a love side for I said it's a love side for kids because there they whatever they learn they reflect, and the right side is the information which is kind of like an input, the input side which is the information given by the teacher. So here's some guideline what should go on the right and left hand side, and here's some example of right side and a left side. And then I will provide different lexile based articles and using this text marking code for teachers to apply this. This is one of a great literacy strategy. And here are some articles that I will provide them. And then they will reflect the article by using a bounce card, inquire card. So those are academic discourse cards. And then for day two, I will start with the read aloud and think aloud strategy. Read aloud and think aloud strategy is basically helping learners to progress, improve their thinking skills. And then and they will go through a kind of like a lab activity when they are doing read aloud and think aloud strategy. And after that, once they have completed the lab activity, they have to write a lab report using format CER, claim, evidence, and reasoning. My claim is, and claim, evidence, and reasoning. So, what is a claim? What is evidence? What is reasoning? And then I'm also providing the CER rubric. Once they have done the practice of a CER, say for example, this is my example. Is this cat going up or down? So here they have to develop a claim. I claim that this cat is going up, and then teachers have to justify their reasoning, collect all the data, looking at the visuals, whether these stairs are going, stairs, or this is an illusion, or whatever. I mean, they have to come with some justification. So this is a kind of like a guided practice, and then they will do an independent practice in their content area. And I'm also providing sentence stems. And the research says that providing the sentence stems is helping students to write their CER. And then after the lunch, when they will come, they will complete a kind of like a lesson planning. So this is kind of like a opportunity they are provide. They are according to Asable's theory. So they will be creating their own lesson, and then they're gonna do exit ticket. And here's my references. So, and that's all my planning.